All right, here we go again in B&J's Custom, another night edition. As you can see, I showed you right there, I got the truck out of the shop. Today, I guess I could say today is pretty much a build day. I started on I got a 5.3 right here that I'm building it up. It's pretty much going to be just a stock 5.3 going in a C10. I think an 80s model C10. This one right here is a 6.2 block. This one is going to be going in a 80s model C10. And this is my engine right here that I pulled out of my 2500. If you watched the video the other day, I said I'd show you a breakdown video of it. This is pretty much it. I took the driver's side cylinder head off. I didn't find any holes in this side. We got a little carbon build up. But like I said, I pull all that out, clean it up. I pulled the lifters out and the lifter trays. I pulled the valley plate off. And I pulled the knock sensors out. I just got done pulling off the flex plate. Of course, this flex plate here, go all my parts right here. Of course, this flex plate has the spacer behind it. And for you guys who running those LS motors with the 350s, the 400s, the 700 R4s, that is the spacer that you will need to be able to do that. And it goes face up like this right here with the spacer on the inside facing the motor, and that'll allow you to have the clearance for the starter to be able to reach and do its thing. I dropped the bolt back here. I'm trying to get it. But that is the I dropped two bolts. I'm trying to grab that because I ain't even looking for that, but that's alright. I know where it's at. But yeah, pretty much this is it. This is me taking the engine apart. As you can see, it's really dirty up in here. I got my lifter soaking right here in gas. You can see all the oil that was leaking on the back when I took the flex plate off. You can see the 6.0 stamp right there. I think because this piston right here is broke, I'm kind of nervous. That I'm gonna end up having some scarring on this piston wall right here, where this where that broke piston was going up and down. So I kind of came to the decision today that I'm gonna take this motor over to City Motor Supply, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have them bore this motor out to a 6.2, and I'm just gonna order new 6.2 pistons, and I'm just gonna put the 6.2 LS3 pistons in here, and I'm gonna put the LS3 heads on there and get me a little bit more power that way. And I might end up going with a ZR1 or LS9 cam. So we're gonna see what happens, but I'm gonna continue with this breakdown, and I'm probably gonna end up taking this 5.3 off the engine stand. But right now, don't tell the owner. But I'm probably gonna put mine on there and go ahead and get mine all the way broke down so I can send it off to City Motor Supply and get my bill started. But that's it for right now. I'll come back later on. Alright, I thought I'd come back for just a second, give you an update. This update right here is for you people out there who have trouble with this harmonic balancer. You can get you a little bottle torch, just a little something simple you can buy from AutoZone. If you hold it on there long enough, it gets hot enough to where it can free this boat up I know it's probably loud in here. You can't really hear me too good, but I hope you can. I got the air compressor on, so I can use my big impact so I can take this boat off. But let me cut the light off on the camera so you can get a good look at it. There it is. You just kind of want to heat that boat up, get it good and warm. For those of you out there who work with metal, you already know when metal heat up, it shrinks. Then when it cools back down, it expands back out to its size. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm heating it up. Try to get this boat loose. There is another tool that you can buy. It's a tool that you can buy, and you can, but I already took off the flywheel. I showed you that in an earlier update, but it's a tool you can buy that bolts up in the starter hole, and it bolts up in the starter hole, and basically it holds the teeth on the flywheel, and basically I can put a pry bar on this and pop this off, but this is what I'm doing for right now. Because I already went that far. But yeah, I'm just giving y'all an update. I took off both motor mounts already. I found one of the motor mounts. The motor mount on the passenger side was bad, so I'm just gonna go ahead and replace both the motor mounts. I also took off the oil cooler. You know, the HD 2500 trucks, they also have oil coolers on them. So what I'm gonna end up doing with that is I'm gonna end up getting a new gasket for it, and I'm gonna blow through it, try to get all that old oil out of there, because the oil is real milky. Let me show you. That's what came out the filter right there. Can't show you, but the oil that came out of the filter was real milky. Now, let me see if I can pop this boat off. There you go. Just as easy as that. Got a 1/2 inch impact. Heated that boat up. Of course, it's hot, so don't touch it. But I'm country, so you know how I do it. We'll grab it anyway. And for those of you who know, that boat right there, that's a one-time use boat. So once you take that boat out right there, don't try to use it anymore. So I'm gonna probably light this torch back up, and I'm probably gonna heat around that crankshaft just a little bit. And then I'm gonna put my puller on it, and I'm gonna pull this harmonic balancer puller off. I'll be back. All right, here's probably gonna be the last update of the day. I got him pretty much all the way broke down past the short block. I got the oil pan off. I got the windage tray off, the pickup tube. I got all my pistons out, but I wanted to save this one. Took this off from here. I took this one off from here. It's 11 millimeter. Of course, I don't care how many times you do this, how many times you tear one of these down, it's always gonna be one of these bolts that does not want you to get it off. So I ended up, the last bolt of the day, this bolt here ended up being stripped. Or I stripped it or whatever. I don't care. But I'm not using these pistons anymore, so I'm probably going to either have to beat a socket on there, make it fit tight enough to where I can get it off, or cut a slice in it and take my air hammer and spin it off. One of the two. I'll deal with that tomorrow, but I just wanted to come back and show y'all these pistons. Since this truck was built in around June 2004, it has the floating it's the end of the night. I can't focus. It has the floating connecting rods, not the wrist pins, and not the press fit, I mean. But I just wanted to show y'all how I get these pistons out. The way I do it might be a little different from everybody else, but normally what I do, here's the 6.0 I took off, I mean the 5.3 I took off the engine block. Okay, how I do it is, I take 2 hammers, just like this here. And I know somebody probably finna say, oh man, you got a hammer. But see, like this hammer is rubber. I take the rubber end of this hammer and I put it, it's kind of hard to do holding a camera. Okay, so I pushed it down a little bit. So I normally take this hammer and I put it on this part of it right here. I'll take the other hammer and I hit it, and basically I just drive that piston out of there without damaging that piston. So, okay, let me see if I can, hold on. I hope y'all can see that. I'm holding it with my neck. So I take 2 hammers and you heard it drop out. Okay, and there it is right there. I mean, normally you'd want to put something soft on the ground to catch it, but there it is. So like I said, I probably won't be reusing these pistons. One thing about these, I'll probably reuse these connecting rods, but not these pistons. But one thing about this you have to know is always keep the caps together. If you get the caps mixed up or you get them turned the wrong way, you will have a problem with your engine turning over. It'll be stuck, the engine will be locked up. So always keep up with what pins go with what. So this one, I set it over here on this side. This cap goes with this piston. So I always twist it back in together, and that way they stay together. Because a little fact, I know a lot of people already know this, but when these connecting rods are made, they're made as one piece. They're made as one piece. And when they're made as one piece. But what happens is when they get ready to sell it or ship it out or whatever they do, or before they package it up, they take something and they break it like this. And it only matches with itself because it was broke from being one piece. So that's just a little fact. A lot of y'all probably already knew that, but there's the rest of the pistons right here. All except for this one right here that's giving me the blues. Stripped out. It don't want to come out, but tomorrow I'll figure out a way to get that out. And I'll pull this crank out. I haven't got the harmonic balancer off yet because I do not have my harmonic balancer puller. I don't know where it's at. I'm going to look for it tomorrow. If I can't find it, I'm going to get me another one. So, but another question people have is how to get these out, which I already closed up my toolbox, but this might not be the proper correct way, but this is how I do it. Of course, you know, you got the 2 bolts. You got an outer bolt with a thread. That's for the windage tray, and you got an inner bolt. And you got a bolt here, and you got a bolt here on that side, and that goes for all of them. You got bolts that hold those in place. So how I get that out is I make sure I have all the bolts loose, and I come over here and I take a hammer and I just lightly tap it. I just lightly tap it that way, and you just lightly tap it that way, and you lightly tap it that way. And you can keep just tapping it, and keep tapping it, and keep tapping it, and keep tapping it. And if you can see on camera, it's slowly getting looser and looser. And then you can take a screwdriver, put it down there in the very bottom, the smooth long part of the screwdriver, and you can just kind of pry up and they'll pop out of there. And you can do that with all of them and they'll come out. Some of them are a little tougher than others, but that's it. So I'm probably gonna wrap this video up with that. This video come back, I mean, it's probably gonna be me trying to clean this up, or at least just take it over there. Or all my parts are right here, everything that I'm gonna keep, my sensors, everything, I'm gonna clean it up. I got all my bolts here in gasoline to clean them up. But it's B&J's Custom, it's Dallas, Texas, and this is the 6.0 engine for the 2007 Chevy Silverado. I know you can't see it right there, but we're out.